Hey guys, and welcome to my top horror movies on Netflix for Halloween. I did this last year, but I won't be including anything I featured previously. This will be an all-new list showcasing the best horror movies available now on Netflix. I wanted to present a variety of styles and really give a taste of what's out there. Also, I really like all the movies on this list, so I really wouldn't consider it ranked by quality. They're all good in their specific ways.
I realized all at once. My one chance to save the universe.
Let's kick things off with this hilarious mindbender of a film from Don Corsicelli of Phantasm and Bubba Hotep fame. There's a new drug on the street known as soy sauce, which is actually a sort of organism. It has very bizarre effects, seemingly including time bending and the ability to communicate with alternate dimensions. The story is told in a very fragmented style, and it makes the movie one hell of a fun ride. This movie is intense! It's impressive because it actually has very few elements to it. It's mainly just two characters, a deaf woman and a man terrorizing her trying to get into her house. That's the majority of the movie, and it's able to keep ramping up things over time. It also uses sound, or the lack thereof, to increase the terror, and it's utilized quite well in the story.
I never thought I could see my own death before it happened.
I'm not sure why, but I really like the Final Destination series. Oh, it's probably because all the ridiculous and gruesome deaths that the series is known for. That's it. There's nothing particularly special about 3. I mean, it does have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I adore, and it does have plenty of crazy death scenes. Probably the most notable being 2 girls being fried in a tanning bed. Yeah. This is a very artistic take on a vampire love story. It has a pretty slow pace, but that allows us to really become immersed in the odd world of Bad City and its inhabitants. The atmosphere and black and white photography really add a lot. And plus, vampire on skateboard! Yes! Sick moves, bro. On the total opposite end of the vampire spectrum is Blade 2. Based on the Marvel comic, this is probably the strongest in the series thanks to Guillermo del Toro. This is a big, exciting action movie where Wesley Snipes finds himself facing a new threat in the Reaper vampire, a mutated and much stronger villain than he's faced before. It's pretty awesome. A struggling family takes center stage in this Korean monster movie from the director of Snowpiercer. It feels kind of like a classic Spielbergian family, but this isn't a Hollywood movie. They're able to be riskier with the story choices. The excitement of the opening can't really be topped, but this is more about the dysfunctional family that is forced to band together to find a missing little girl. I really appreciate the time they spend developing the characters, and it makes everything more impactful as a result. I really like this one. I was surprised it didn't get much love. A family moves to a remote Irish town where the husband is researching a strange substance found in the woods. It becomes kind of a survival movie as the monsters try to get them, and it's all so much more intense because there's a baby with them. The whole time they have to deal with this baby, and it's too much. Anyway, their take on the kind of banshee mythology is cool, and it's clear they were inspired by 80s horror classics like John Carpenter.
Hello, Sarah. We'd like to see you again.
How far would you go for fame? That's the main question Sarah is facing as she struggles to succeed in Hollywood. I didn't really know what to expect from this one, and to be honest, it really kind of kicked my ass. The story goes into a very dark direction after Sarah makes a life-changing deal, and I was surprised at how much it sucked me in. It is very uncomfortable thanks to a sprinkling of body horror, and also boasts some very strange otherworldly images that really stick with you. I really want to like the horror anthology series VHS, but like most anthologies, the quality is all over the place. So rather than watch all 3 movies, I have created a Found Flicks VHS remix, picking my top segments to highlight the best. First off is Amateur Night from Part 1. This is the first segment in the whole series and really sets us up for an exciting ride. Then Safe Haven in Part 2. This is the longest segment at around 30 minutes, and the length really helps the story to build to absolute lunacy by the end. Then from Part 3, Parallel Monsters. It's all about a scientist that creates a gateway between dimensions, encountering the parallel version of himself. Those are my favorites and would make a great package together, but if you only want to watch one from the series, go with Part 2. It's the strongest overall. See where that weird pinhead guy came from. The original Hellraiser from Clive Barker is an absolute classic with a simple kind of demented fairy tale story. Pinhead isn't in it too much, but there's still plenty of stuff to haunt your dreams forever. Part 2, Hellbound, is also available, and it's really great too, expanding the story and giving us more of those dadgum Cenobites. Oh, Deathgasm. This is truly a movie after my heart. Following the mold of Peter Jackson's early classics, this is also from New Zealand. We follow two loser metalheads in a small town who get into serious trouble when they play a song from a quite evil-looking book. Everything about this movie is great, from the charming actors, ridiculous jokes, and plenty of practical gore. I mean, chainsaw up the butt, what else do you want?
Beyond the boundaries of our universe.
A sci-fi horror film where you got Morpheus and Dr. Grant seeking out a missing ship, the Event Horizon. When they get there, it's obvious something terrible has happened. The ship is now a living being torturing its occupants as it ferries them to hell. Yep, this movie is really messed up and has some really crazy looking stuff happen in it. It's amazing that this is the same guy who did the Resident Evil movies, because this is actually well done and scary. It has to be Jaws at the top of my list. I literally feel like I don't have a choice, because it's one of my favorite movies of all time and is Spielberg really coming into his own. Infamously, the shark isn't featured much due to the malfunctioning shark puppet Bruce, but the movie is all the more successful by not showing the shark much. And the few times the shark is seen, it's incredibly terrifying. The movie spends its time getting to know its characters, and the main trio are some of the best that have ever been on screen, particularly Robert Shaw's Quint. His monologue about the shark's eyes is incredible. For extra fun, they also have Jaws 3 available, which is stupid and kind of amazing, involving the shark causing mayhem at a SeaWorld-esque amusement park. There you go, folks, my top movies to perfectly set the mood for the scariest Halloween ever. What did you think of my list? Any of your favorites that I missed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching Found Flicks, and have a happy Halloween.